Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about some breaking news that came out just this weekend involving immigration. The bipartisan border security package was released on Sunday, February 4th. And in this video, I'm going to take you into the pathways, guys. There's even a pathway to lawful status in this border security bill for some people, and then there's work authorization for other people, and then tougher things that are being proposed around the border. And so we're going to talk about them in this video. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, guys, an immigration lawyer working with clients nationwide at McBean Law. If you have an immigration problem or a case and you need to have a professional team on your side, reach out to us at 888-462-4006 or at McBeanLaw.com, where you can request an appointment with an attorney. Before you go today, subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of my videos each week. Now let's talk about it. This is an unedited video, so we're just going to go right into it, okay? So this is the bipartisan border security package, friends, and it's over 300 pages long, almost 400 pages. It was introduced on February 4th, and it covers a number of things. Let's go through the highlights right now. The first thing that it does is it ends the catch and release policy at the border currently. What it would do is provide mandatory supervision and detention of those who are trying to come in at the border illegally, and it would force individuals to go through a tougher parole or asylum process, I should say, for entry into the United States. According to the bill, it would stop the use of parole to enter the country at our ports of entry or between our ports of entry, while ensuring that urgent humanitarian assistance can still happen to allow some folks to come into the United States temporarily based on a humanitarian need. Now, it also creates a new removal authority. A new removal authority is created that would allow individuals who are seeking asylum, guys. This is not at the border. This is for those of you who are here who are seeking asylum. It would grant a new authority for USCIS to appeal your asylum decision. Okay, to review the appeal of your asylum decision. So let me say that again. For those of you who have applied for asylum under this new authority that is being granted in this bill, if it does pass and becomes law, USCIS would be forced to not only hear your asylum claim within 6 months, but also to adjudicate it within 6 months, and appeals must also be part of that, and it's part of the USCIS authority. USCIS would have the authority to hear, or USCIS asylum officers would be able to hear your appeal, rather than you going into immigration court and being tied up there for years, and then the immigration judge and then maybe the Board of Immigration Appeals would have to deal with the appeal process. It would cut out all of that and have USCIS asylum officers review and adjudicate your appeals of your asylum case. The other thing that it does is it raises the asylum screening standard and streamlines the initial asylum interview. And this is back at the border now. So we're back at the border, and folks who are trying to come in would have to be screened for asylum. And they would have to go through different stages. Instead of going through different stages or multiple stages, like what we have in place now, it would all be consolidated into a single protection determination interview to screen for fear of persecution or torture. And all of this has to happen within 90 days. So here's how it works. You show up at the border, individuals show up at the border, and they have to be screened under this streamlined protocol for asylum. And they will be detained, okay? They will be detained, and then it's a 90-day process. And if they are not approved for showing that they have a credible fear, then they are going to be removed or sent back to their home country, and those who do have a credible fear will be allowed into the United States. This bill also creates a Border Emergency Authority, BEA. And under this BEA, guys, this is a very interesting and a powerful authority that is being created here. Under this BEA authority, it would allow the country to shut down the border for a certain period of time if the number of crossings or the number of individuals who show up there each day exceed a certain number. So, for instance, if the daily average of migrant encounters reaches 4,000 over a week, DHS may close the border to all those who did not have an appointment to be at the border. And the border will remain closed until DHS has the capacity to process individuals. If the daily average of migrant encounters reaches 5,000 over a week, DHS must close the border to those who did not have an appointment. If the encounters exceed 8,500 in a single day, DHS must close the border to all non-appointment migrants. And then DHS, under this authority, they can impose a 1-year bar on entry to any migrant who has attempted to cross the border at least twice while the border was closed. It also requires that port of entry process at least 1,400 migrants daily during periods when the emergency authority is in use. And this emergency authority does not apply to unaccompanied minors, nor those who are facing a medical emergency, or those who have shown that there is an extreme and imminent threat to their life or safety. So in this case, they're talking about individuals who are victims of severe trafficking is also part of this, in which they would not, face this border authority, so to speak, ban. It is not, I said so to speak, but it's the authority to basically shut down the border and stop individuals from coming in for a certain period of time. Now, here's the pathway to a lawful status in the United States. It's to those from Afghanistan. There's the Afghan Adjustment Act. It's in here, in which tens of thousands of Afghan nationals would obtain a lawful pathway to permanent legal status. Okay, those who had entered the United States, been evacuated, I should say, and entered the United States after the fall of Kabul in August 2021. Then let's get into some other legal immigration changes here. One is automatic EAD, work permit, automatic work authorization to certain family members of visa holders. And so they're talking about those who are coming in with the fiancé visa or a spouse of a U.S. citizen who was admitted to the U.S. to await for the approval of their immigrant visa here, or the child of the fiancé, or the spouse or child of an H-1B visa holder. They would be granted an automatic EAD. Also, this bill addresses the backlog, the green card backlog, by providing 50,000 new per year, 50,000 new immigrant visas per year. And it's broken down 32,000 to those of you who are in the family-based system, wait-in, and then 18,000 per year for those who are seeking an employment-based pathway to a green card. And so this is an attempt to address the backlog, those of you who have been waiting in the family system. Excuse me. Then there's also some protection for dreamers. Nothing in here addresses DACA holders, unfortunately. However, the Dreamers. There's something in here for Dreamers, those of you who had been in the United States lawfully under a visa that your parents is the principal visa holder, but you've aged out. And so under this proposal, it will prevent kids of legal, high-skilled foreign workers from aging out of their legal status at 21 under their parents' employment visa due to the green card backlog. So this is a really good thing. Then they have work authorization. It provides work authorization to individuals who receive a positive protection determination. Here, guys, for those who will be going through an asylum process going forward, if this becomes the law, they're not going to just give out work permits anymore to anyone, just everyone, right, who applies for asylum. It's just not going to work that way under this new system. The individual must have received a positive protection determination under this new standard in order for them to get a work permit. So they're making it a lot tougher to be able to get a work permit. And so again, they're separating what they call economic migrants from migrants who really, truly have an asylum case. And you've heard me say this many times, 99% of the individuals coming in are coming in for economic reasons. They do not have an asylum case, guys. And so this bill targets that, and they said, we're not just going to let you all in and give you a work permit and a Social Security card. We're going to have a much, much tougher system in place. So work permits, it will not just be a standard thing anymore if this passes. And then there's some protection in here for children who are unaccompanied and other individuals with respect to their right or their access to attorneys, to counsel. So guys, this is huge. Here's the political reality, however. Although this bill is going to be introduced on Wednesday, according to Chuck Schumer, Senator Schumer, the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, has said that this is dead on arrival in the House because they're taking their marching orders from Trump, who says, I don't want Joe Biden to have a win this year. Let's just leave things alone. Let it just be what it is. It's bad. Let it continue to be bad until I come back. And so there's a lot of pressure on the House side. House Republicans are siding with Trump on this. And so although this may pass, if it has the votes in the Senate to pass, the big sticky point certainly will be the House Republicans and whether the House will move forward with this. Or we're going to have to wait an entire year, another year. If Trump comes back, maybe this is what they're going to then take and do and implement, right? Pass. We'll see what happens, okay? But this is what's going on. Again, guys, this came out on February 4th, and it's over 300 pages long. But this is not the law of the land yet. It has a ways to go. And what you should watch for is what will happen. What will happen in the House? That's what you need to pay attention to. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this new bipartisan immigration bill. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.